Oh, yeah, we are live here on Mike in the Night. Oh, yeah. Today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. Oh, yeah. Let me just adjust some audios here, guys. Kind of tough juggling 15 things at a time. But I do my best for you guys here on Mike in the Night. This is the pre-show, guys, so nobody freak out if we're not so over the top on this one here. And we're not freaking out in the, swearing and stuff. But anyways, today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. It is 7 p.m. local Pacific time. No, it's 6:15 p.m. I keep thinking I'm on the regular Mike in the Night, but p.m. We are 8 weeks out. Welcome to episode 480, and I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky, to your cabin in the woods, or just couch surfing, or maybe on a road trip, or relaxing on your lazy boy. People of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It's 3 a.m. and something's moving you. The voice of the Commonwealth. Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you all for being here for the pre-show. We'll get the pre-show going. Let me give you guys the link to the show after, where we're allowed to speak freely. Unfortunately, we cannot speak freely on here. And here it is right there. There's a link to the show right there. And I'm going to post another one. So we post it on top, so don't keep bombarding you guys with the same crap over and over. All right, let me pin this message. There you go. Message pinned. Oh, yeah. And YouTube is asking me to run an ad. I don't want to run no ads on a pre-show. It is Mike in the Night. Oh, wow. Everyone's jumping in the comments. We got Search for the Truth in the comments. I've been watching a few of his videos, too. He's got a YouTube channel, guys. Don't forget to check that out. Who else we got you? Don't Beat the Dog's Body says, yeah, love the Mike in the Night. All right, it's Mike in the Night. I got my Hustler shirt on tonight for you guys because I'm all hustled out, and I'm going to work hard for you guys here tonight. And lots of new subscribers jumping on the YouTube channel, which is really interesting. I've been shadow banned on there. I mean, I've been suspended off there 15 times, and it's kind of interesting how that channel is starting to pick up big time. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Everyone's rolling into the comments nicely here tonight on our Mike in the Night pre-show. I got to say that pre-show all the time. And there's no music on here, guys. There's no movie clips on here, guys. There's nothing on here, guys, because everything goes against the copyright. All right, guys, let's jump into a couple of headlines. I got a caller that's really eager to come on the show. So we're gonna put her on to the show real quick. Let me do a really quick channel plug here, if that's okay with you guys. So there it is. I'm on Facebook, artbydano.com, artbydano.net, not your typical art. Fakeologist, don't forget to check them out, and run over to FakeoTube, and this thing gets updated all the time. FakeoTube, independent platform, independent views, independent media. And MikeInTheNight.com, KiwiRadio.nz, don't forget to check out MikeInTheNight.com. And if you want to donate to the show, keep the lights on for Mike in the Night. I guess maybe they took it down. There it is. Keep the lights on for Mike in the Night. And you can also find replays of these shows on Rumble. And don't forget to check out Heisa Says. And Buddy's launched this company here if you guys want to go to Legal Decoder. It's an AI writer for people that are having trouble, like myself. I could barely read, and sometimes I need help writing things, right? Wow, the comments are flying here. Someone's asking me what happened with Fringe Files. I called 2 times and left 3 messages. Not sure. I hope she's okay. I don't know where she's at. But I'll try again next week to make a call, because I've been really worried about Fringe Files too, and where she's been or what's happened. But people get busy, and life hits, and let me tell you, when life hits, it hits, and you get very, very busy with everything, and it gets out of control. Oh wait, okay, we got our usual suspects here tonight on Mike in the Night, in the comments section. And just going over here to my soundboard ready to go. Woo! Good old Ricardo Flair there. Oh, yeah. And we got also, who do we got here tonight with us? We got, what's his face here?
Colonel Nathan R. Jessup, Commanding Officer, Marine Ground Forces, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
All right. Okay, let's do this, guys. I want to get a caller into the show because she wants to cover something here. and it's kind of important because it's something I've been covering on my channel for many years, and it's something I've been hated on for covering for many years. And let me see this. Was this a stupid commercial? All right, so we gotta cover this because this is a big deal for the channel. And the other one's over here. So things are going down in Australia really badly. And this is, again, this is really important. You need to, I don't care where you are in the world, you need to see what's happening here. Because remember all the money laundering we've been talking about in the last 10 years? Here, let's go to the channel. Let's pick it up. And we've been talking about this because this is what put us in this position we are in today. You're wondering why people are dying suddenly? Well, there's a reason why, and this is it. Money laundering has conquered everything, every aspect of our lives. Money laundering has been the biggest hindrance to the middle class society. It's huge. So let's go here. Let's go to our channel time machine here so you guys can see it, looking it up live. And here it is. I'm looking it up live for you guys. Oops, I spelled that. Okay, here we go. I spelled it all wrong, and it still comes up right. Look at this. This is big. The Chinese money fiasco, laundering money in Australia 3 years ago. Banks caught red-handed laundering money, 23 million breaches. This is important that you guys understand this, because this is the reason why people are dying suddenly. This is what's happening. No one's taking accountability for all this garbage that's been happening because they sold us out to the highest bidder, and we're in this position right now because of it. So let me get her on here from Australia, and she's going to explain this for us, these articles here on what's happening. Look at this, 150 million seized. Wow. And this is big. And this, again, let me just get her on the phone here on Mike in the Night. And
Hello?
come on, pick up.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Anna, how you doing?
Oh, good. I've just got to get my speaker on and I'll be able to hear you.
Okay.
Oh, it's playing around. Playing funny buggers again. As usual. Here we go.
Perfect.
I think I can hear you now.
Perfect.
Oh, good. I can hear you now.
Great.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, Anna, what's going on?
YouTube? Are we on YouTube or Odyssey?
We're on YouTube, so just be careful what we talk about on here.
Yeah,
but we could talk about the
exactly.
money laundering and the Chinese gangs laundering money, because this is something I said 5 years ago.
I know. I think we've been waiting a really, really long time, knowing full well that our Canada's real estate, UK's real estate, Commonwealth countries, basically, New Zealand, Australia. I'm very, very aware of it in Australia, and that's actually one of the sort of earmarks to when I started following you, was you talking about money laundering. Because nobody's been, discussing it or being as vehement against money laundering and how it's ruining the middle class and how it's making houses for initial Canadians and Australians and New Zealanders unaffordable.
And blue states of America.
Oh, well, I'm not sure about, because I'm not sure. Yes, I suppose if they're able to do it in the blue states of America, then yes. They're all suffering under it all, and it's just terrible. And this is the first fantastic sign of it coming unstuck. But in the news reports, some of them are reporting that the AFP, Australian Federal Police, have just managed to get $150 million worth of assets inside this gang of 9 that they've been able to arrest. But the thing is that they've actually got records of them exporting out $10 billion. And that's to do with, we've got $10 billion of money that's come into this country, and it's gone into real estate. So these money launderers I'm praying that they connect it to all the Chinese that they've done it for.
Hopefully.
That have bought real estate. Yeah, because then some real things are going to happen.
Let me tell you what, about 3 years and 11 months ago, I estimated $63 billion laundered in Australian housing.
Yep.
So this is what I predicted almost 3 years and 11 months ago.
Yep. Well, at the moment, they're got signs of 10 billion have been reported in the Sydney Morning Herald. So where they got that figure from, I don't know, because it wasn't inside the Australian Federal Police press release. But the 150, the 20 houses and other properties were reported. So anyway, my crowd, like this week, all we've been doing is fist pumping, going, yes. This is fantastic. There's one damn good thing that's happened. And there's some sort of stories behind the scenes of exactly how come this has happened and why this has happened, and machinations going inside all sorts of other areas. Because these days, things just don't just happen. There's look over here, we're doing a good thing with money laundering, but what that is linked to inside government politics is something else again. And I'm waiting for my next fist pump.
And this is something that I've been so vocal about and you know how much crap I took, Anna, all these years from people?
I know.
This money laundering has wiped out a good chunk of middle class across English-speaking countries, across the Commonwealth. And for some reason, I don't understand why no one else was up in arm or up raising their voices about this. I was like the only one.
Because my girlfriend, classic example, wanted to get a certain high price for her home and could only sell it to a particular Chinese buyer. Mm-hmm. And so she was very happy. See, this is the thing. People that had the assets were very happy that this money laundering was happening because it meant that they were going to get high prices for their homes.
Right.
So there's a whole group of people that were very, fist pumping, yay, didn't care that it was money laundered out of China because they got the money that they wanted for their property and they could basically move on and have a higher lifestyle.
Now, Anna?
That's coming firsthand, like not from me. I haven't done that. I refuse to do that, but my girlfriend did.
Here it is. Canada would be in a recession without money laundering. Hundreds of billions of dollars laundered, and this is back in 2015. They have reported, and I'm guessing it's close to $1 trillion now or more, $2 trillion now in Canada, where it's at, where it was at and was reported. But our Canadian government now said no more foreign investing. I'm going to stand beside DeSantis in Florida. I'm like, you're not going to stand beside DeSantis in Florida. You're doing this because your administration's coming to an end in Canada and nobody likes you. And then now you're going to ban foreign investing. You should have banned foreign investing in 2010 when they started laundering money.
Just think about all of the stamp in Sydney. Just think about all the stamp duties that the government's been able to accrue and the money that they've got. And we've got senior bureaucrats on $600,000 a year. This is ridiculous. They have benefited by this as well. Like everybody's benefit. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs for years and years and years to get rid of dual passports. I know that you're a dual citizen, blah, 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 but it's the only way to basically save the sort of sovereign Australians is to get rid of dual passports, because there's loopholes inside dual passports which has allowed this so-called $10 billion worth of money laundering that's now in the mainstream legacy media to be up front and centre. But it's the dual passports that have made all of this possible. Mm-hmm. So that's my kind of, soapbox, and that's where I sort of stand as the root of all the problems is dual passports.
So here it is. Here's another article here. We covered this one too. World economy would collapse if London stops laundering money. That's London, England, folks. And our economies, and I'm not willing, beg to differ. I'm willing to, I don't know if I even said that right, Anna, I'm sorry, but I'm willing to bet $5 or I'm willing to, as sure as my name, let me rephrase that. As sure as my name,
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that we're in this situation right now because of the amount of financial distress that these people have put us into, and this may tie to the reason why people are dying suddenly.
Could do.
Mm-hmm.
Could do. I think that's a whole different kettle of fish.
Yep, but I'm thinking this is all tied to this because the amount of accountability on the table right now. Woo!
Yeah. Boy, yeah, I know, but they've indemnified themselves across the board everywhere. There's not you've got nobody's got a hope in hell of getting any retribution or any other than just what do you call it? Kind of grassroots. We all know. We all know. I mean, I've this week called girlfriend. Her girlfriend's daughter-in-law was in remission for a cancer.
Turbo cancer.
Yep, dead this week.
Sorry to hear that, Anna.
Oh, we knew this was coming. One of the beautiful things is I'm not shocked about any of it. It's like I hear these stories, and I just go. I don't say too much, although I did rave on a little bit about it, about the MNRA, blah blah blah. We can't really say anything much about any of that.
Yeah, because we're on YouTube, we're not allowed to talk here.
Yes, I've got to make sure what platform we're on. But yeah, can't say too much about that. But I did have a bit of a kind of rave because I just they're staying stum around all of this is tough.
It is.
We do our best. But one thing we've not been kicked off of YouTube for is talking about money laundering. And yes, it is.
Don't jinx me. I got like 100, 200 videos on money laundering trying to wake the people up. Hey, you don't have a middle class because money's being parked in your country.
Yes.
They'll take my channel down in a heartbeat. Oh, no more money laundering videos? I'll come up on YouTube algorithm. Who the hell is this guy for 10 years?
Yeah. No, mainstream are already in there now, so you're safe.
You know what I'm hoping for maybe not for Canada, because for America, because the blue states of America, it started back in 1983 in San Francisco when they opened up their doors to bring in lots of Chinese money. Then in the early 90s, it went to LA County. And then from LA County, it went all over the whole western seaboard of America. From Seattle to Oregon. And we covered this on the channel as it happened, right? Incredible amounts of money laundering. We're talking about like a Chinese corporation number will own an entire skyscraper in Seattle.
Oh,
yeah. And this is quite conveniently after they put the foreign buyers tax in Vancouver. They ran down to Seattle and Toronto and blew up both of those markets pretty much overnight. And if people don't think money laundering is destructive, it is absolutely destructive. It is so damaging to the continuity of a middle class. It won't. Yeah.
The fabric of our societies are being destroyed by money laundering. Absolutely destroyed. But the worst part about it is, in Australia's case, is that we've been a dumping ground for shit and bad products. And so we buy a product under the guise of it's perfectly good, and with no recourse, and it ends up in the rubbish tip a week later. And we've been ripped. This money has been ripped off from us to give to them to ruin us.
You're on a roll. Keep going.
Oh, on a roll. Yeah. Well, that's how So once again, I see a failure in the government for allowing all of these bad products into this country, for us to be the dumping ground of all of the bad products. America gets the good stuff. America went over, got all this manufacturing going. They copied all the manufacturing. They had it all in place. And then they shipped the good stuff to America, and they shipped the bad stuff, the stainless steel that rusts the first day you put it out in the rain, back down into this country, into Australia. And we've always had very, like, prior to that, everything we were buying from Germany, and we were buying from Japan, and we were buying from America. And the products were good, and we paid a lot more for them, like 10 times more. So this stuff came in through China, and we just went ballistic because it was 10 times cheaper. And so we went, oh, same product, cheaper. And then over time have worked out that, okay, it's a one-use product and you've got to throw it away, and everybody's waking up to it now, and nobody's sort of buying the cheap Chinese rubbish, and it's now slowly being sold higher. But we're not only being killed on that level, we're not being protected for dumping into this country. So the government's failed there, but they've also failed inside the money laundering and taken all of this money, and yeah, it's a total doom loop. Mm-hmm. And I can't seem to get people to see it. They're willing to, like, I'll never get a house, and all they talk about is property in this country.
Yeah, because you know why? Let me hold everybody. Hey, I talked about property every day too when I was living in Vancouver, and I'm like, damn, that rundown house that needed $300,000 in repair sold for $2.6 million, and I want to raise a family. So all I talked about was real estate for the longest time until I finally left Vancouver and took my down payment and bought a house free and clear.
Yeah. Well, you know, smart move. Not everybody can do that. You know, like I was talking to somebody the other day. I couldn't get out of Sydney and maintain the business.
Right.
No, I got as far. I'm the last postcode of Sydney. That's how, that's as far out as I could get. And but I wanted to go further. But I knew that if I went further, I would be just looking at sort of wealth destruction, and I would be unable to earn an income. Like, I'd have to completely switch how to make money and figure out how to make money a new way, because my old way, which I'd spent years training and being good at, would have to be dumped. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's a lot of places that we could run out of, but earning income is where you get your income in Melbourne, in Adelaide, in Sydney, in Brisbane. All the places outside of that, it's very tricky. Mm-hmm.
I got to make my way out.
You could do that.
I don't know if I'm restricted from entering Australia. I know in New Zealand, I actually received several notices or summons and stuff from New Zealand over the years.
You didn't put them up on YouTube. How come?
And because I was talking bad about their, everyone now is talking about Jacinta Ardern and what she did and all that stuff. I've been talking about her for the last 8 years.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Then all of a sudden, everyone wants to talk about her. It's like I've even got like legal summons and stuff to stop talking about to stop talking about New Zealand.
Wow, yeah.
Well, because we were exposing the money laundering, they were exposing all the BS happening there, and I guess some people just didn't want to hear my point of view on what I think.
No, because there's an equal amount of people that are benefiting by it.
Right.
And this is the tricky bit. This is the real tricky bit. And it really does boil down to, you didn't really have to get that much money. It's like there's quite a bit of greed attached to a lot of it. And that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But I can sort of see it coming because, oh, gosh, if you don't have some backing, some financial backing, you are in a world of caca. Mm-hmm. And hence the greed filters through slowly, catchy monkey, and converts a normal, kind, caring person into a greedy property developer.
Well, we got a lot of people joining us in the comments here. Anna Key has been part of Mike in the Night for a long time. Guys, I left you the link for the Odyssey link. We're going to switch over to Odyssey in about 15 minutes to do our Mike in the Night transmission uncensored. And Anna Key has been with us for a long time. She's our on-site reporter for Australia. She covered a lot of the trucker protests in Australia. She covered a lot of the protests in the capitals when there was protests happening across Australia. And she was sending us original footage on the ground from Australia.
Attempting to.
And I thank you very much for doing that over, and covering the Australian
That
protest.
Canberra protest was massive, and how it was portrayed was ridiculous. And I got very upset, and I got pretty activistic, I was fighting my friends at that point.
Oh, I wanted to, hold. I'm just going to say something real quick. Today, sorry, not today, it was Wednesday. I'm so out of it. Wednesday, I'm outside my store. I'm opening my front door. A guy in a Jeep pulls over. He's with a lady. And I thought he was asking me for directions. And he goes, "Hey, man, do you know where I could buy some cocaine?" And
Next door.
and let me tell you why. Because they legalized hard drugs in BC last week.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
So,
oh boy. Oh God. Oh, you've got the lot going on. Actually, you really have. You've got the I want to kill myself. Here you go. Sign here, please. And then you've got the here's all the drugs you could possibly want. God.
Yep.
Look, I'm personally an advocate for decriminalising drugs. I think that's not the issue. I think the issue is the fact that people want to take them.
Mm-hmm. Well, in Portugal, they decriminalized drugs like 8, 9, 10, a long time ago.
Portugal model, and it was fabulous. And
because they had dissuasion centers.
Yeah,
they actually had stuff in play.
Yeah, they've done it in Switzerland as well. It's quite interesting how they're treating it, and it's really a case of it's the underlying issues. It's not the drugs themselves. But at the moment, Canada is fueling the underlying issues, and then going, you can go and get drugged, and you can get yourself euthanized, and you can make an absolute mess of yourself at the end of it all. Whilst as we've actually completely fried your brain.
Yeah.
We've not helped you in any way, shape or form, and basically led you to these downward spiral solutions to death. I think, unless they address the underlying core of why people feel that they've got to wake up in the morning and get completely out of it because they can't take their lives.
Right.
The only reason people get into drugs is that they can't take their lives. So their lives are so miserable, they've got to get into drugs. Why are they so miserable? Gee, maybe it's got something to do with the way the government decides it's going to control them.
That's right. All right, Annie, I'm going to let you go because I'm going to wind down the show here real quick and jump over to Odyssey. But I'll see you in the comments on the other channel, okay, Anna?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay, thanks. Take care. Bye.
God bless. Bye. All right, that's Anna Key. That is our one of our correspondents for Australia on Mike in the Night. And this is episode 480, guys. We are 8 weeks out. I'm going to paste a link to our Odyssey there if you guys want to go over and switch. Let me check over the Odyssey comments right now. We have 32 people waiting on the Odyssey side already to go. And I'm going to go woo, just do a little woo there on the other side here. And people 35 now waiting to go. We're going to switch over. We already got a few dislikes on the Odyssey video. Orlinger Brooksters already there to dislike the video before it even kicks off. So we got Big Rob New Zealand in the house. Unpopular Opinion in the house. We got Stan Ulch in the house. We got Nick Mastowski in the house. Who else we got? Bebop Lady in the house. Let me just... Ruthless Savage. I think we got that. Lord Humongous, of course, out of the Humongous territory there in Denver, Colorado. Super Soka. I haven't seen Super Soka in ages. Who else? We got John D in the house. Up early in the morning in Scotland, I think. Yeah, Scotland. Tuned in to Mike in the Night. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning there, at least. It's got to be at least 4 o'clock in the morning there. And, yeah. Scott France in the house. D-Man in the house. Alan Howick in the house. Woo! On Mike in the Night, episode 480. We are 8 weeks out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a sip of this water here. Wet my beak here a little bit. And we got Sam Smart in the house from Central Florida. I guess Orlando, maybe Gainesville, maybe Ocala. Bebop Lady's tuning out already. And a lot of regulars here tonight, says Mitch Madden. We got Mark St. Germain from Michigan. Man, I haven't been to Michigan. I want to go check out Michigan. I used to go to Dearborn. I used to go to Toledo. I used to go to Plymouth. I used to go We the People, sending me $4.99. I have heard what happened to the Thai print. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that on Mike of the Night on Odyssey. Fully open on Odyssey with swearing and everything. So make sure you put your kids to bed for that one. And, yeah. Oh, man, everyone's jumping in here. So, Wildwood, Florida. All right. Sup Pro, Natural. Oh, Dirk Zink in the house. Well, everyone's jumping on here now. Woo! Okay, what do we got for time here? We got 11 minutes, 12 minutes to go. We're going to cover the balloon on Mike of the Night, and we're going to cover some very adverse things that are happening around the world that we can't, again, talk about on here because we will get ourselves in, because everything ties to something specific, and that specific is a problem to talk about here on this platform. Do you go to Odyssey next in a few minutes? Yes, I do. We're going to jump over there. Yeah, I got this thing all coordinated here, man. I've been working hard here trying to figure this thing out and getting this done and switching over and getting more and more, trying to get more involved. I don't know how to say it. I'm just trying to get better at this. And I've been doing this for many years now. And Mystic Beast in the house, what's going on? Yeah, we're going to be switching over here in a few minutes. Let's see what we got here. What can we talk about on this channel here? We talked about the money laundering that was happening. That's a big deal. And that is something that we've been actually talking about quite a bit here. Oh, yeah, here's our thing. We went over this here. Here, let's do this. So there's the Mike in the Night, blah, blah, blah. How do you feel about your local government? 2,100 votes. I have zero confidence. I don't trust them. 87%. 4%. They're doing a great job. We need them. And I just ignored them. I don't care. 9%. So that's almost the whole thing is they don't care or they don't trust them. What I felt like in 2020. So this is what I felt like in 2020. So let's open the image here for you guys to see. And just the one guy standing there. What I felt like in 2020. I said, yeah, seems about right. And that's a lot of us here in the comments. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of us in the comments right now. Yep, but we're not. We're all together here tonight on Mike in the Night. All right, let's keep going. Biden admin floats new strategy to address the climate crisis. Don't leave your house. Again, they're going to go for more lockdowns. They have no choice. The narrative is falling apart. The pendulum is swinging back. It is game over. Wow, Sandman sent me $50. Whoa. Thanks, Sandman. That's a lot of money, man. Thank you, Sandman, for sending me 50 bones. Thank you so much. Oh, the balloon was inflated by Justin Trudeau. Woo! Yeah. All right, like floats. Let's go back here. And these are the eggs. This is what they told us about eggs. And then there's two articles side by side. So the Daily Fail and the Daily Fail. 1 egg a day lowers your risk of type 2 diabetes. Controversial study says it promotes fatty acids and protection from the disease. And then eating 1 egg a day increases your risk of diabetes by 60%, study warns. So it's the bullshit mainstream Mickey Mouse media and their bullshit way of trying to lie to us on a regular basis. And Hunter Biden's laptop, he finally admits and is taking accountability. Do you know what this means, guys? Do you know what's on that damn laptop? If you've been watching Mike in the Night, we've been dissecting that laptop a little bit every other week. We've been playing a few clips on it, playing a few things, because we could play it on Odyssey, but we can't play it on here. But there it is right there. And then we asked you guys, 2023 will be known as the year of... So the protest, 10%, the coffin, 46%, more lockdowns, 5%, and truth, 35%, and unity, 3%. And there it is right there. I'm emotionally humbled to reach 30,000 subscribers. It took me 10 years, 4,600 videos later, but it was worth every bit. Thank you all. And thank you guys for subscribing and being part. I honestly thought I wasn't going to survive YouTube. much longer because I just kept getting strikes, and I was on 15 suspensions, and yeah. Anna Keys here in the comments. We got Dirk Zink in the comments. We got Mitch Madden. We had Mitch Madden on last week. Last caller on Mike in the Night. Really good discussion with him. Who else we got here? Yeah, lots. Oh, Heiza Says in the house. I just plugged him earlier, guys. Don't forget to check out Heiza Says from down under in Australia. Somebody's saying they eat 16 raw eggs per day. Well, that's impressive. You usually do that when you're working out or trying to build, you want to increase in protein and you want to build some muscle, right? And, oh man, it's Mike in the Night. Oh yeah, how much time do I got left? I got 3-4 minutes left before I switch over for you guys there. And I'm going to give you guys the link here to the Odyssey when we switch over. And we could go over from there. And, sadly to say, at home stuff only needs to work on, and yeah, I got to be careful reading that. Yeah, 2023 will be the year of the coffin, says Crystal. Oh man, I gotta get some music ready here for the Mike in the Night. We play music, we do all kinds of stuff on Mike in the Night. It's really, really good. You guys should join us on Odyssey. Don't panic, it's all good. We do our best to entertain, and with a lot of good callers in, and just lots of good stuff happening. And I want you guys to be part of that world where we actually speak freely. And that's, something that we haven't done in a while. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a truck winding down its motor or something outside, but it's actually shaking my house. Wow. I don't know if you guys could hear that on the mic, but I don't know what it is. There's something running outside, and man, is it ever loud. All right, guys, I'm going to pick a few songs out here. I will see you guys. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go over to Odyssey right now. I'll be there in about, 5 minutes. Sandman sent me another $50. Dude, relax. Thank you. I love you so much, but Sandman is officially banned from sending me any more money this year. And there's a long year ahead. So thank you so much, Sandman. I really appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing, Mike. I once visited your store. I'm from Regina. Okay, I think I know you now. Yeah, because you gotta, when people come in the store, I gotta be careful to see if they're from the channel or they're just, I gotta be careful because, it's very unbalanced time we're living in right now. Thank you so much, Sandman. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to jump over to Mike in the Night on Odyssey, and I'm running out of time here, so I got to pick a few songs, intro songs here, and I'll see you guys. Here's the link again. Thanks for the super chats, guys, and I shall see you on the flip side. Mike Martin's here, pre-show for Mike in the Night. I have spoken.